What up, guys? It's Grant's Comics here, and today we're going to review Spectacular Spider-Man 150. Boom, from I believe 1989. I believe it's from. Yeah, 1989. This is awesome. Sorry it took a while because I've been doing reviews of other comics and stuff like that. But I'm glad I'm doing this now. This is awesome read. Obviously, I always love when I get to read Spider-Man comics. I just love to read and review comics just in general. But if it's Spider-Man, it just makes it more awesome. So this story is about Joe Robinson, who's right here, who is accused of murdering some people, but he's trying to defend himself, saying that he didn't do it because he was trying to he was defending himself from um, getting attacked. So this robber was trying to kill him, and he basically, well, the robber was Tombstone, so he been accused for hurting Tombstone, and he was trying to defend himself, but the judge was like, yeah, we don't care. We are gonna sentence you to 25 years in prison. And Martha Robinson, who is Joe's wife, is like, oh my gosh, my husband, what are you, hopefully you survive, will you survive? She just goes crazy, and of course Spider-Man tries to figure out who would put Joe Robinson into prison. So he finds out that Tombstone is behind this, and Tombstone slash Kingpin is behind the whole thing of putting Joe Robinson into jail. So, few panels, he's Robinson is actually in court. They spiel the whole thing, and they say, "Oh, you're guilty. You're this or that," and it kind of tells the story of that Tombstone and Joe Robinson actually got into a fight. So there is Joe Robinson and Tombstone getting into it. He got picked on as a kid, and Spider-Man comes in and tries to help Joe out. And poor Martha, she's like, oh my gosh, my husband is not gonna survive in jail. I just feel bad. I'll feel bad if my loved one was in jail, especially for something that she didn't do. And there's this guy called, his name is Nicky or Nickel, where he's like a photographer, and he's also trying to be like, oh, Joe Robinson is guilty, and blah blah, or I'm a better photographer than you. So there is the camera. I don't know if you guys can see that, and the camera falls because Peter Parker breaks it because he's like, you're a paparazzi. All you do is take pictures of celebrities, and you make Spider-Man look bad. So stuff like that, and Jonah gets involved. All these people get involved in Joe's case, and of course, he doesn't go as Peter Parker. He goes as Spider-Man. Spider-Man tries to find out who the real criminal is. So he goes around the city and he finds out who it is. And then in this next panel, he finds a guy just like half dead. He sees this werewolf, random werewolf. I think it's Manwolf, I believe. He didn't really say a name. But here's a picture of the werewolf right there. Pretty cool. I like it. And of course, the guy survives. And he's like, oh, thank God, the guy survived. So after that, the werewolf kind of stalks one of the werewolf stalks Martha. And Martha and Mary Jane have like a party. I think this blonde girl is like adopted, because in this issue, this blonde girl says to Martha, hey mom, are you okay, mom? And Martha is like black, so I don't know if this chick is adopted or something like that. And then of course there's Joe Robinson in the cell. He's saying if he'd rather have him in jail instead of his kids, his family, and his wife. And this guy who looks like Bill Cosby basically says, I'm gonna transfer you to Lewisburg Penitentiary, and Spider-Man finds Kingpin and says, are you the one that set up Robinson to go to jail? And there's another one, like Kingpin is worried that someone set him up for, like, how does Spider-Man know his goons? There's this random weird guy, Eduardo, who's keeping Martha at bay, which is kind of weird. It's really random. And of course, Eduardo, being Spanish, has to fall in love with a woman. They say, "Oh, I'll do anything for you." And in this panel, Jonah is in court again to be transferred to Lewisburg Penitentiary for 25 years. So he's gonna be stay there for 25 years. So last panel, he checks into the penitentiary, and guess who he sees at the end of the issue? His buddy Tombstone. So there's Joe Robinson, and there's Tombstone. So this is just a very interesting comic. I like it. Yeah, the condition it's in, I don't see any spine ticks. There is a flap on this corner, but other than that, oh, there's a little small doggy ear right here. So nothing really going on. Everything's pretty good. The interior is like off-white. I want to say off-white, maybe. Yeah, I think it's off-white, so it shouldn't be that bad. But here it is, Spectacular Spider-Man 150. Boom. If you guys subscribe to Grant's Comics and you guys are watching this, make sure you give this video a thumbs up, share this video, subscribe to Grant's Comics, and share the Grant's Comics channel to the comic community. And if you guys are subscribed to Grant's Comics, also make sure you give this video a thumbs up, share this video, share the Grant's Comics channel to the community as well, and I'll see you in the next video. Alright.